friends, MD Vegan. Today is my gentle juice fasting day again. I do that once a week in the average. And I always make fantastic juices, new recipes that give me nutrients on a fasting day. Fasting is a reduction of calories, less energy. That's what fasting, that's what triggers the fasting, makes fasting possible. When you have too little calories than you need, the body begins to digest or to work in a different way. The metabolism, the way you get the energy from the food, that changes. And it is a very much more efficient way during fasting. So I reduce the calories, but I still get nutrients that with the juices, they are just that. They are almost pure nutrients. And water, of course, a lot of liquid I have on a fasting day. And on the juices also are a lot of water, of course. But what's taken away in the juices, that is the fiber, that what cannot be digested. Yeah, speaking with a grain of salt, because you do digest a little bit of the fiber, but mostly it goes through the intestines and cleanses the intestines. The bacteria, they work on it and they're happy with the fiber. But on a fasting day, you take the fiber out, what you cannot digest, so the bacteria have a break. The whole intestine, the whole digestion tract has a break. And that is really the fantastic thing. All the energy that comes into your body with the juices and so, that goes directly into the body, into cleansing, creativity, and so nothing is needed for digestion. And what you eat usually on a regular day, the 60% of that energy is only for digestion, and that 60%. You don't need it this day. So it's a very economic process, fasting. I save already also time in the kitchen. Making a juice is pretty easy, and washing everything is pretty easy. All I have to do is organize a little bit, plan ahead of time so that I have my ingredients. I need more ingredients on a fasting day for a juice than, for example, for a smoothie when I do not fast. Yeah, because the whole fruit, the whole plant goes into the smoothie, the fiber, everything, so I need less of the whole produce. On a fasting day, I need more produce, and some of it goes away. Into the garden, for example, to nourish the plants, the trester, that what comes out of the juicer, the firm fiber, that can use that for the garden. But that's why I need to plan ahead of time a little bit, that I have all my produce at home. That takes a little time, but then once I have it, I organize my containers here, I think about what kind of juice I make today, and then I put them together. And today I make a carrot juice, that's a classic, combined with a beet juice. Here I have some carrots and some beets. So I make basically two juices in one today. This is the carrots, it's a nice amount of carrots, and two small or one large beet, as you wish. The amount does not really matter. I usually have a little bit more fruit than vegetables. The vegetables, the carrots and the beets, they have a strong flavor, very many different minerals and so nutrients that are more heavy. And then I have fruit to balance the strong flavor with sweet and sour fruit. That makes the juices delicious, basically. And today I have a very nice combination. I have three common fruit: apples, pears, and oranges. The three. I usually don't find them together in a juice, but once I tried it, I was amazed. What you get when you juice apples and oranges and beets, here, about the same amount of oranges and apples and beets. Here are apples and pears. Did I say beets? So pears, of course. And oranges here, 2 oranges, looks a little bit more. 2 oranges or 2 or 3 apples and 2 pears. Always depends on the size of the fruit, how much you have. So that's what I usually have. A little bit more fruit than veggies to make it delicious. But that's according to your flavor. You can take the recipe a little bit different, more veggie, more fruit, as you wish. That's the basic idea. The ratio of fruit and vegetables, usually. So in this special juice today, with the fruit part of apples, oranges and pears, makes a wonderful creamy texture. I have never expected that, was so surprised. Creamy, delicious, wonderful flavor. I can make that juice by itself, yeah? Pears, oranges, apples. So can you try that? It's delicious, it's wonderful. So I do that now, put that together with the beet and carrot juice. That's the first part, the main part. And now I add different flavors to change, to model, to shape that flavor a little bit. This is the basic underlying flavor. And now I add celery stalks. I have 2 celery stalks. And mint leaves. This is today my special flavor. Celery gives a little smoky tone, and it's very healthy green. I can't take too much because then the flavor will be very strong. That's not nice. But 2 stalks for 1 juice for a liter or so, it tastes wonderful. You gotta try that, really. It's a very interesting smoky flavor. Like a little smoky paprika, like that, smoked paprika, like a little bit of that. And then I have the mint. That's a third of a bunch mint. It's a lot. I take it with the stems. Juicing, that's no problem for the juicer. That's easy. And of course, you have a strong flavor also in the stems. So the mint is something refreshing. It cools the body down, especially when it's warm outside. That's wonderful. It's a cooling herb, and there's a whole family of herbs that's called the mint family. It's from the Mediterranean. It's basil, oregano, thyme, and so many others. Yeah, they have all different health benefits. They have been cultivated for thousands of years, and the mint gives them the name. It's a very prominent one. It's the summer herb. It makes you cool down. It's really a nice flavor. It's a strong, cutting flavor, and it gives a nice zing to that juice. Yeah, I'll try that today. And then I have 2 more ingredients. It's a complex juice today with 9 ingredients. Yeah, so it's a lot for me in my recipes. That's a lot. But the last 2 ingredients here: lemon and ginger. 1 lemon, and a little bit of ginger, 2 or 3 inches of root. They rather enhance the other flavors than adding a new flavor as opposed to the mint and the celery. They add a whole new flavor, whereas the lemon and the ginger only enhance the other flavors, all the other flavors. Makes it more intense, yeah. I tried that. Now I have 2 other things to say. I have here some peel of the lemon orange. Yeah. I always try, while I juice, when I have oranges or lemons in my juice, I always try to add a little bit at first, because these are the most healthiest nutrients in citrus fruit. They are outside the colorful part of the peel. Very healthy, but very strong in flavor, and you can take too much and the whole juice is very hard to drink. Then the flavor gets very strong and intense. So, but if you have a nice ratio, just 1 or 2 pieces of the peel sometimes, it can taste fantastic. But I can't overdo it because that would really ruin the juice. But some may be very nice. So I tried that. I want to show you that. I'll come back in a moment and show you my juice. This is my juice now. I tried a little bit while I was juicing to find out if I should use more or less of the lemon orange peel. And I quickly found, after using a little bit, 1 or 2 pieces of the lemon and 1 larger piece of the orange, I found, wow, that is a very strong flavor, because I thought it was because of the celery. The celery already adds a very strong flavor, and the mint too, 2 very strong characteristic flavors, and they made such a nice complex flavor. To put more of the peel into it, I said no, that was too much. It might have been too much. I would rather not do it in this juice. A little bit okay, but not too much, because that flavor here, I tasted it while I was juicing. third way through or so. It was really powerful, and I have to say something about that flavor later. I have only an idea, now we'll taste it. The final result. Let's see what it tastes like. I'm very excited. It's a complex flavor with so many ingredients. So let's see. Texture is nice, it's runny. Well, it's always different kind of ingredients you have. The pear makes it thicker, mango makes it thicker, a carrot makes it runny, and orange makes it very runny, so there are different ingredients make it a different texture. So this is a runny juice, yeah, nice, not too runny, not too thick, that's a nice one. Let's see, the color also, the other quality, the color, property, very important. It's a beautiful color. It's a beet red, of course. Beet juice always red, but it's a nice red. Now let's taste it. Oh yeah, that is powerful. It's a wonderful, powerful flavor. You know, when I begin juicing, I take a carrot and an orange maybe, and enjoy. That's wonderful juice. Then I add a lemon and ginger. Wow, that's a little bit powerful, more powerful. Then maybe I add a beet, a pear maybe, or an apple. And then it gets more and more complex. And all these simple flavors, one fruit or one vegetable like a carrot or a pear or a beet, they are already complex. They have thousands of phytonutrients, each of them. And it is complex. But we know these flavors. We are used to them. We know them. But when we combine them, a different kind of complexity begins. And so I'll go step by step, into more and more complex flavors. Like here, 9 ingredients, that's a lot. And then these strong flavors like mint and celery, they are very dominant. That makes it I can use other ingredients that only play into the flavor of the others. That's a different kind of complexity than more subtle. But when you have very strong ingredients adding, like the mint and the celery, you really create something new. It's dense, and that is very powerful. And it is, I mean, you feel the power of that juice. It's really, it's control, so to say. It's a wonderful experience. If that works, if that experiment works, you have such a powerful flavor that's really delicious. You have created something. So that's what I do with the juices. The juices are my little playground for creating new flavors. I always use the same ingredients, basically the orange, the apple, the carrot, the beet, lemon, ginger, and then I add a little bit, and so celery, mint, and so basil I could use, others, and then you have really an understanding how these ingredients play together, and I can use it in all other recipes too. So if I would make a cooking school, I would say, let's begin with juicing. So, but you can begin at any place. It's just one way. So I show you now that juice, what it looks like when I flow it into the glass here, a small glass, and then, whoops, that is what it looks like. You see, it's creamy. Oops, oh, it's a bit full. It's creamy, but it's still runny enough to be a juice. And that's what I will enjoy now. So I drink that slowly. That's a whole meal for me on a fasting day. I also have my meals, the juice meals, or other beverages, water, tea, coffee, plant milk. I have a broth. I can have so many different liquids, basically. And if it's too much, if the fasting is too intense, if the cleansing is too strong, or I think too much of what happened before in it's all this comes up, self-reflection. That is all too much. Then I just slow down. I eat something, maybe a salad or a smoothie with some more fiber in there or so. You can always slow the fasting down if it's too much. That's why we call it gentle juice fasting. We never want to push ourselves. We always want to be gentle and non-violent, compassionate to ourselves and others. That also is called living in the flow. The flow is based on non-violence and being compassionate. But that's a different story now. with the juices here, I understood so far in my juicing experience, fasting experience, that I need 4 liters of liquid, any kind of liquid, on a fasting day to really feel great. When I drink less, for example, only 2 liters or 3, it can happen that a little pressure comes in the head, a little headache beginning. And the thing is, on a fasting day, when I begin to have a little pressure in the head, I know, oh, there's something wrong, I missed something, I have to drink more. It is pretty late, because once the headache begins, I can't so easily stop it. It gets stronger and stronger, because the headache seems to be a symptom of something that's happening inside, underground, so to say, and that is beginning with drinking too little. So for me personally, I always really take care on a fasting day that I really don't drink too little. And I remind myself, I always wonder in between the day, how much did I drink today already? 2 liters? Okay, I have to drink some more. Go into the kitchen, drink 1 or 2 large glasses of water. That's very good. Or make a tea or something, a herbal tea, or whatever. Do something, make a milk, plant milk. Then it gets a lot more, and that feels better. And at the end of the day, 4 liters is, for me personally, it's my limit, where I say, sure, won't happen anything to my head or my circulation or so. I feel great, and that's what it's about. If I feel great, everything works better. The cleansing works better, the self-reflection works better. I can better focus on making recipes or other things I want to do, tidy up my room or something. So that's maybe the most important thing about fasting, how that all works, what happens in the system with the ketones, the different kind of metabolism that sets in, which starts when you eat too little calories. And these kind of things are very complex, chemical processes. We can study that, but basically all these things are nice to know, but not so important for me, because I know when I have my juices, I have my drinks, on fasting day, I can do everything I want, and that's what counts to me. And then I have to me personally, also the recipes I make. That's most important. I love to make new recipes and share with you. So if you enjoy, and I will be very happy if you like my video. You can subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube, have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. And if you want to know more about the Gentle Juicefasting, there's also a Facebook page called Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. Tree Yoga is the yoga style that I practice. It has been founded by Yogini Kaiji. In 1980 it happened. She was in a very strong, enlightened state, and that continues to the day. And it's very interesting. She creates the flow. She brought the flow into the yoga world. Nobody had it before, and now everybody does it. Everybody flows, moving around on the yoga mat outside, And that comes from True Yoga, and it is the compassionate, non-violent yoga style. It also she's a very strong vegan advocate for the animals and for the health and the planet. And True Yoga Moon Fasting comes also from her. I learned it from her, and that's why we call it Tree Yoga Moon Fasting or Gentle Juice Fasting. And there's a Facebook page where you can find all my juice recipes, which I do every week, and also a moon fasting calendar with the best fasting days. But that's all very special things. You don't need to do that with the moon fasting. It's just a reminder that the moon has an influence on the planet. The tides, the water element, and the water element also cleanses, supports the cleansing process, and you can play with that a little bit if there is time and if you have an opportunity in your schedule. Because most important, as it's gentle and non-violent, I don't want to get into conflict with my fasting and my duties. If I have a work or friends, visiting friends or birthday party, whatever it is. I don't want to say, oh, I'm fasting now, I can't eat the cake. I don't do that. When I have a birthday party, that's more important, because the fasting is only for myself, and my social life is a different story. I want to have that fit together, and I can change the fasting day a little bit around it, because of course most important are the friends. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy and see you soon.